Hey guys, welcome back to Shotgun Nation. Thank you so much for coming back down to the channel. Today we got the VRBP100 12-gauge shotgun here. This is being brought in from Turkey by Rock Island Armory Imports. Check out that. It's got a lot of nice aesthetics, got a lot of nice features. We're going to be talking about these features in just a second. But for now, let's shoot it a little bit. Nice. All right, man, lots of fun. So let's talk about some of its features. It's got a full set of chokes that come with it. It's got a cylinder, modified, and a full choke. It's got a set of polymer flip-up sights. You can see they go down and up as you need. The rear also has a larger and smaller peep sight. You could just flip that down if you wanted just a bead sight and use that front sight post as that. But there's a lot of rail space on there in case you wanted to add a red dot or a scope, some other type of optic, whatever you find necessary. There's also a side rail here, so you can add a flashlight or a big long knife or something, whatever you want to do. It does have an ambidextrous safety switch here, as you can see on both sides. The side is marked. The right side is not marked. It does also have ambidextrous magazine release button here on this side. And on the other side, you'll find it down here. Also, you'll see right here it has a bolt release and also a bolt hold open switch all in one right here, much like the AR-15s. And the charging handle on it, I wanted to point out, is non-reciprocating. So that means it doesn't move while you're firing. It will stay stationary. It only moves when you pull it back to charge the bolt itself. Let's see, what other features does it have on here? In case you were to put a optic on this, it does have a cheek riser available. You can just loosen this nut and raise it up or lower it down wherever you need it to be. And also it comes with some spacers here so you can shorten or lengthen the length of pull for this bullpup. So that's pretty nice also. It does come with two 5-round magazines. They also have larger capacity on the market. We have a drum here today I'm going to be testing out and trying on it. I don't know that it's going to work well just because of the ergonomics, but that's no fault of the VRBP 100 here. But it does have a 3-inch chamber, so you can put those big loads in there, or you can keep it all the way down to 2 3/4 inch, whatever you would like to use. It's also got a couple of quick disconnect points here on the rear and also here in the front if you're running that type of equipment. And some of you probably saw this switch earlier and you're wondering what it is. This is part of the disassembly. We will show you that here in just a few moments also. Wanted to come in here and show you guys the trigger reset. So we are going to drop the bolt forward. So here's the trigger pull and the reset. Ooh, very short. So not real bad actually. You know, for a shotgun, I've played with some pretty hefty, clunky, nasty triggers, and this one really isn't that bad. That reset being super short too, that's real nice. All right, so just a real quick disassembly of the firearm. So you're gonna unload it, you're gonna make sure that the bolt is locked to the rear and that it's completely empty. You're gonna take your disassembly switch right here, flip it down, and then at the top, you've got this retaining nut. You're gonna use the tool that's involved to loosen that sucker up. Take those guys out, don't lose those parts because you're gonna need them. The next piece is gonna be to slide the entire forearm forward. You're going to want to watch out for your safety switch here. You might have to lift it up just a little bit to get it around that, but just nice and easy. It goes forward, and then, like I mentioned, lift up just over the safety switch. Next, you're going to remove the retaining nut here. So you can access inside the receiver from the front right there. You can take out the additional screw and the other pins. We'll take off the little clamps, retaining clamps off of those. And you can open this up further, but realistically, all the dirty parts, that's going to be access to all of that. And the reassembly is just the same thing, but opposite. Once you work your way backwards and get it all put back together, do a quick function check. Make sure everything works the way it's supposed to. Safety's on, doesn't fire, on fire, fires, reset trigger, still works, back on safe. And we're good to go. So I mentioned that it came with two 5-round magazines. They also offer these in like 9-round, 10-round. They've got a 19-round mag. This is a 20-round drum mag from Pro Mag. We're going to test out today. I don't know if it's going to run in this or not. Let's get it in first of all. So yeah, locks in nice. But I can already tell it's going to be kind of silly reaching around that and really grabbing onto that. Probably make it look good from one angle, like this angle. Oh yeah, that looks kind of natural, right? But you know, in reality, look at that. I'm way out to the side. So you're not going to really be comfortable with that, especially under recoil, I don't think. If you wanted to grip it a little different, not really wrap your thumb around, but maybe hold it more like a traditional. Yeah, that's a bit more comfortable that way for sure. See, I've got my arm in instead of it being all the way out here like that. That's pretty comfortable. I don't know, so that's all up to you. You know, if you want to have that many rounds on board, that sounds like a great idea. May not be comfortable, train with it, but let's see if it runs. I'm interested to see how well this does. So I loaded it up. I'll show them on camera here, guys. Woo! Hearing protection. So didn't load that one. So what's going on is we've got a lot of friction pushing up from this drum magazine onto the bottom of the bolt. Chances are it may run all these much more smoothly after it gets broken in a bit, but we're going to keep shooting at this thing, see if it goes. Well guys, there it is, VRBP100 from Rock Island Armory Imports. Definitely a nice platform, shoots really well, especially with the 5-round magazines that it comes with. I'm sure the 10-rounders work great. Unfortunately, I don't have one here on hand to test out with it. And the drum magazine did not work out, both ergonomically and functionally. Functionally, I don't think that is any fault of the VRBP100. All right, so pros and cons here. Basically, all the pros are all the features that I mentioned before. There is not a thing on here that I would leave off, and there's not really much that I would add to it, I don't think. The only con that I would say is the fact that the safety switch is not marked on this right-hand side like it is there on the left-hand side, both with color and character. But honestly, that's about the only thing that I would say that is a con on this platform. It's been a lot of fun to shoot. It functions like it's supposed to. I wish the ergonomics were there to use a drum, but that's not really the firearm's problem. That's the user's problem, wanting things that the firearm can't do. Again, you can shoot it with the drum. You're just not going to hold it securely unless you really want to just chicken wing it. You do what you got to, guys. Do what you want. But I'm not running a drum in this. Probably not going to run a drum in any other bullpup either. But we do have a few bullpups coming up in the future, so stick around for those. We'll be testing the drum out on all of them. Again, thanks for watching Shotgun Nation. Make sure you subscribe, comment, turn on your notifications, whatever you have to do to stay tuned, because we do have a lot more content coming up, and I appreciate all the support. My wife thinks I'm just kind of a loony bird out here in the woods by myself, but she doesn't understand I have all you people with me. So anyway, again, thank you so much, and stay tuned for more shotguns.